In September 1999, NASA's $125 million Mars Climate Orbiter probe was destroyed when it tried to enter orbit of the Mars almost at 100 kilometers close to Mars. This error was due to incompatible specifications. The attitude control system which was specified, it was specified using imperial units, but its navigation software used metric units. So it cannot be stressed enough that getting requirements right and using them to the fullest extent throughout the project is very critical to success. But this was a very complex project, and with a lot of minute and scientific calculations and concepts, a lot of things, factors are not known to us. The atmosphere, dynamically changing environment, and a lot other factors which are not in our control. But the same happens with the IT projects and software projects also. It's almost been 50 years since the inception of project management, but in case of software projects, more than 50% of IT projects still fail because they run out of time, resources, and funds. While every software project is unique, there are common problems that frequently lead to project failure. These include weak product ownership, little involvement of senior business executives, misalignment of business goals and development, inaccurate estimates, and making changes midway through the project. So can we have a day in the future where or when we will be able to plan and execute projects successfully? Now for this, we need to look at the some techniques to prevent project management failures. Now, while the majority of modern companies realize that they need a mature best practices based process for carrying out software projects, and many don't know where to start. So I'm going to list out a few of the statistics which I have taken from a lot of sources like PMI website and a lot of other websites. So organizations that invest in proven project management practices waste 28 times less money because more of their strategic initiatives which are completed successfully. So project management practices are very important. As per PMI's definition, a high-performing organization is a company that completes 80% or more projects on time, on budget, and meeting original goals. In a low-performing organization, only 60% or less projects hit the same marks. Almost 46% of CIOs say that one of the main reasons IT projects fail is because of weak ownership. 33% of the projects fail because senior management doesn't get involved and requirements and scope changes midway through the project. Almost 78% of respondents feel that business is out of sync with project requirements and business stakeholders need to be more involved in the requirement process. 45% of managers surveyed say business objectives are unclear to them. Companies that align their enterprise-wide project management activities and project management office to their strategy had 38% more projects meet original goals than those that did not. 40% of CIOs say that some of the main reasons IT projects fail is an overly optimistic approach and unclear objectives. Overestimation during the planning phase continues to be the largest, that is almost 30% or 32% of people are saying that, and which is the largest contributor to the IT projects failure. Projects with effective communication are almost twice as likely to successfully deliver project scope and meet quality standards than projects without effective communication. So based on all these statistics, what we can do is we can list out some key factors that can have major impact on your project. So first, the first key factor is professional project manager needs to be there. So research data indicates that having someone take care of your project management for your professionally correlated strongly with successful project outcomes. After all, There is a reason so many companies employ product owners, scrum masters, agile coaches, and other project management personalities. The second factor is a lack of explicit product ownership, which is a kind of a recipe for disaster. In the old waterfall model, it was the project manager who single-handedly managed the projects. With the new agile way, we now have self-organizing teams where everyone is their own manager. Plus, there is a product owner to keep the eyes on the business aspect and the scrum master to facilitate the process. This new method helps ensure the product is economically profitable and not just built to the specifications. However, if the product does not have a dedicated owner, this is less likely to happen. The third factor is stakeholders, the business people need to be involved. As a rule, senior management is too busy to get directly involved with the project, and that is a kind of a regular practice. When there is a lack of such involvement, the requirements are not clearly communicated and changes are made late into the development cycle, which can even delay the whole project at some point. The person responsible for providing sufficient oversights or requirements is called as product sponsor. Unlike the project manager or product owner, it is not a full-time job, but it's important that someone within your organization is available for communicating and clarifying strategic vision to the team from time to time. The next factor is requirements should be aligned to the business goals. Closely connected with the above factors, it is the idea that insufficient stakeholder involvement and the absence of a product owner, who is essentially your voice of business, may lead to misalignment of project requirements to the product business goals. And the last factor is requirements and scope need to be accurate. So many companies have learned, and this is especially true of large enterprises that have enough data to draw such conclusions, that when developers and business representatives take part in planning activities, this makes estimates more accurate. In addition, the shorter you release the deliverables, the shorter release cycles, the bigger the odds that you estimate will be spot on. So this is kind of, you can say, these are the important points because of which still almost 50% of IT projects are failing.